fantasy books with spice. Now, fair warning here, I don't read a ton of super spicy books. So if you're wanting something that's like above a level 3 in spice, I am probably not the account that you're going to want to get recommendations from, because my ideal level is a level 2 or 3 on spice. But I love books that have a really great combination of spice and plot. So if that is your vibe, these are some books you should check out. Okay, you're probably living under a rock if you haven't heard of Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros yet, but I feel like this book has it all. It is super high stakes, very engaging, very easy to read, and has a really great level of spice. It is not crazy. It is like probably a level 2, but the tension and the romance in this book is so fun. And I just really enjoyed it. It's dragons. Like basically they go to school to be dragon riders, and the stakes are ridiculously high. Lots of people don't make it through the school to graduate or get picked to be a dragon rider. So very, very fun book. And there's a reason it's as popular as it is. And it's because it's fun and easy to read. Okay, next we have A Promise of Fire by Amanda Boucher. This is like basically the main character has these really cool magical powers because she can tell if someone's lying, and she gets kidnapped by a warlord who just overtook a kingdom and needs her powers enabled so he can stay in control. It is enemies to lovers. There's a lot of political intrigue in this one, and it's really fun. And it's probably a level 3 spice. It's got a little bit more spice than some of the other books I recommended, but it's a fun one, and it's a 3-book complete series. Next, I'm going to talk about Savage Lands by Stacey Marie Brown. This one is like not high fantasy. It's set in our world, but the Fae, the barrier between the Fae and humans is like no longer there. And so they kind of are at war with each other. But they have this like sort of little bit of understanding where certain humans get to live outside of the Fae, and then they stay on their, anyway, but the main character is a privileged human who ends up unfortunately being put in a Fae prison, and she has to fight her way out of it. It is very fun, very intriguing, enemies to lovers. And the first book's not super spicy. It is a 6-book series, but by the time you get to book 3, there's quite a bit of spice. And I think as the more you go on, the more spice there is. So, if you like spicy Fae romance, I would definitely recommend checking this one out. It's very easy to read and has quite a really fun plot. We have Kingdom of the Wicked by Carrie Maniscalco. This one has witches, and the main character's twin sister was brutally murdered, and she has to try and figure out what happened to her. So it's like a mystery, and she makes a deal with the King of Wrath. So there's got the 7 deadly sins, and she makes a deal with him to try and find out what happened to her sister. And it's so fun. The first book is not super spicy. It's got a little bit of like tension and things like that, but it is a 3-book series, and book 2 and 3 definitely have a lot more spice in them. And then there's also a spin-off like standalone book that also is super spicy. So if you like spicy fantasy romance, I would definitely recommend checking out Carrie's books. I think that they would be a really good fit.